up back where I left off. So tonight, Randy fought another good friend of mine who's, you know, Tito and I have been together as long as Chuck and I have been. And I told Randy last time when he beat Chuck, I said, you know, I've been betting against you since, you know, the day we bought this thing. I didn't think he was going to beat Pedro Hizzo. That fight happened, and then when it was over, I didn't think he beat Pedro Hizzo, so I made him fight him again. Came out and he beat Pedro Hizzo. He lost a couple of fights, and I figured, you know, I think Randy's at the end of his reign right now, and you know, we had to move down to light heavyweight so that Chuck could beat him and Chuck could win the interim title. No, not the case. Randy Couture is unbelievable. And tonight, he fought a guy who is seriously the most dominating light heavyweight champion in UFC history. And it was an awesome fight. It was all about who was going to get the takedown, who was going to get the dominant position. And, you know, Randy kept getting the takedowns. Tito stayed in there strong. I mean, Tito was in a tough fight that he was on the bottom almost the entire night. He doesn't really look like he was on the bottom the whole night. He hung in there. Tito has a big heart and one of the best fighters in the world. Just wasn't his night tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Tito Ortiz.
All I keep thinking about is how hard I trained to get here. Every champion needs to take a loss. This kind of reminds me back when Muhammad Ali fought Joe Frazier. He got his ass kicked the first fight. Next fight, he came back. Every champion needs to get his ass kicked. This is the first time I've got my ass kicked. Not as bad as I expected it. Each round was just like, bam, it was over. Each round, bam, it was over. I just couldn't get a catch on, man. I just think that maybe all this PR stuff, trying to help the UFC, I forgot about one thing, that's myself. I can't take nothing away from Randy. He fought a great fight. He fought probably one of the best fights he could ever fight. He put me where no one's ever put me. He took me where no one ever took me down. I've never been taken down in UFC history, and Randy proved what type of wrestler he is. He's a man who I've always looked up to, and I've always respected, and I think I gave him a little too much respect. I want to thank all my trainer group, Rampage, Colin.
All right, go.
I'm 28 years old. I've been doing this stuff since I've been 22. I'm a young kid still. I have a lot of fights in my life right now. And this fight, I want it to happen again. I promise to give more than I've ever gave. And I'll be a lot more readier than this time. I'm not going to do all the PR bullshit that I did before. I'm going to concentrate more on this fight than I ever concentrated anything before. I hate losing. I hate losing. There's nothing worse than losing. I have the same feeling that I felt when I lost to Frank Shamrock, but I lost to another champion. Once again, I will be back. I guarantee you, I will be back. I got to give it to Randy Couture for being a great champion, being a mentor in my life. He's going to push me to become, once again, a champion, because I do want a rematch, and I will be back. And I guarantee I'll be back with a fury, I'll be back with a vengeance, and I will once be again a light heavyweight champion again. Randy, good fight tonight.